Hey guys, what's happening? Niyat here with Film Comics Explained, and today we'll be taking a look at the REV9 Terminator featured in Terminator Dark Fate, which was portrayed by the talented Gabriel Luna.
It's a waking dream that I'm still living out, so don't pinch me. This is one thing that I always like to include is the way they describe him. He's the latest advancement in anti-personnel technology, which just sounds so like clinical and objective that it's just nasty.
Created by Legion in an alternate timeline after the destruction of Skynet by the Connors, the REV9 was an extremely powerful and highly advanced Terminator that was an offshoot of the REV7 line of android assassins, used by the AI in the future wars. The REV9 had a traditional solid carbon-based endoskeleton, similar to most of the Terminators in the series, but it also had a mimetic polyalloy outer sheath, much like the T-1000 from Judgment Day and the TX from Rise of the Machines, which could be used to take the form of any human it touched. While the TX had an arsenal of inbuilt weapons at its disposal, the REV9 didn't have this luxury and could only use its liquid metal form to create stabbing weapons that were more elaborate compared to those conjured by the T-1000. But what set it apart from every other battle unit was its ability to detach its solid and liquid components to form two separate and fully autonomous units. It should also be noted that its endoskeleton was far more durable than that of the T-800, as in the film it survives through explosions and other forms of severe damage that would have greatly crippled the endoskeleton of the T-800s, let alone destroyed them. As well as being more durable, its frame was far more flexible with more pivot points, enabling it to bend and rotate in an inhuman manner. In the brief glimpse of the post-apocalyptic future we see that awaited Grace and the remainder of humans that would survive the robotic uprising, we get a look at the REV7s, which were more beast-like in nature to their REV9 successors, possessing tentacles that acted as their primary weapon. The ability to split in two was present in the earlier models, but the REV7s lacked the humanoid exterior of the later units that followed, which led to both the polyalloy version and the carbon versions looking exactly the same, whereas the REV9's liquid form could be used to resemble that of a human. The separation does however come at a slight cost by weakening both units, which could not take the same level of punishment when they were apart, though I should point out that this disadvantage is negligible compared to the edge gained by having two considerably powerful and unique units pursuing the same goal. As mentioned earlier, much like the T-1000 created by Skynet, the REV9 is capable of shapeshifting to assume the appearance of its victims, as well as being able to morph its arms to form stabbing weapons and hooks for scaling vertical surfaces. The mimetic polyalloy outer sheath, which is more resistant to weapons fire than its endoskeleton, also gave the REV9 regenerative capabilities, allowing the Terminator to recover from virtually any type of damage inflicted upon it. In addition to this, the REV9 exhibits much more control over its composition than the T-1000, with the assassin seen using its polyalloy in more inventive and adaptive ways, like when it was able to create multiple stabbing weapons to overcome the numerous Border Patrol officers who decided to hug it instead of shooting it. While all of Skynet's Terminators were effective in their own way, the infiltration capabilities of the REV9 were unparalleled, with the exception of the T-3000, which I covered in another video a few weeks ago. This is due to its unassuming default appearance as the charismatic Gabriel Luna, and its ability to successfully exhibit human behavior in ways that were completely unlike any other Terminator.
But when I'm engaged with humans, it's very friendly, it's very seamless. He uses everything at his disposal, including his knowledge of human behavior, and tries to develop a human simulation that's a little more approachable.
Every other infiltrator unit may have looked human, but their behavior was mechanical and lacked the emotional range of human beings. But when it came to the REV9, we see it making jokes, like when it bragged to an officer that its entire body was a weapon as it walked through a metal detector, cleverly hinting at its true nature and composition in a way that avoided suspicion. We see it using profanity to accurately portray how the person it had taken the appearance of would have behaved in the situation they were in, and when it encounters police officers in Texas, it adapts by using a southern accent. But I think what makes the REV9 stand out even further was the smile it frequently displayed when chasing Danny, indicating that it may have actually enjoyed the cat and mouse pursuit of its prey like a predator. It even tells Danny that she should run away when she decided to stand and fight it, as well as attempting to manipulate the group to surrendering Danny. To me, these actions and its characteristics in general suggest that the REV9 was self-aware, highly intelligent, and that it understood humanity in a way that no other Terminator had, thus leading to the arrogant and sadistic personality it chose to adopt. This is the only explanation I can think of for why it took pleasure in driving its prey into despair before killing them, and even deliberately prolonging its mission so that it could continue to terrorize its targets for longer, something unheard of from the cold, calculating machines of old.
That is not your father.
While the REV-9 is clearly one of the most advanced Terminator units seen in the franchise, I still think that the T-3000 has it beat in terms of durability and uniqueness, given that it was created by infecting an actual human being with phase matter particles, allowing it to retain the behavioral traits of humans while still possessing a nearly indestructible body. I actually have some videos covering a few of the Terminators in this series, from the T-800, T-1000, T-3000 to the TX, as well as one covering Skynet itself. So if you're keen to check them out, I'll be leaving a link to my Terminator playlist below. Well, that's all for today, folks. A big thanks to all of you guys who requested we explore the REV-9 featured in Terminator Dark Fate.
Don't forget to hit subscribe and click the notification icon to stay up to date on all my content. And if there's anything else you'd like to request, please don't hesitate to ask. As always, it's been a pleasure. Niyat here with Film and Comics Explained. Thanks for stopping by.
Who's locking your weapon?
Expect a big ping, brother. The whole body's a weapon. Sorry.
He's the most lethal Terminator ever created.